The security guard who allegedly attacked and attempted to sexually assault a 9-year-old girl on the UWI Mona campus recently has since been arrested and relieved of his job at the university. CVM News spoke with the child's relatives who are still coming to terms with a life-altering experience. Here's Nika Lewis with that report.
Amid the uncertainties surrounding the attempted abduction and sexual assault of a young girl on the UWI Mona campus recently, the child's family is clearing the air on the encounter that left them traumatized. It began Monday afternoon when the child set off to meet her relative on the campus and allegedly said hello upon passing the security post. An innocent greeting to one some would now say was a predator in waiting.
The security was sitting in the guardhouse having his lunch. He came out and said to her, "Here, drop your money." She said to him, "I never have the money after school," and she continued to walk. He went behind her, pushed her, she fell, he dragged her into the bush, and he started to assault her. While it was happening, she called my mom, because my mom was calling her for about, it's at 2:15. At 2:15, my mom called her 5 times, didn't get her. Then she called my mom after, and my mom heard her in the background screaming. She was crying out for help. She was saying murder, stuff like that. And my mom said to someone, "Listen, my granddaughter is on the phone. She's crying out for help."
She says the screams and efforts to fend off the attacker several years her senior triggered an onslaught of abuse and threats. The child's relative alerted the police when
they heard also what was happening on the phone, because the call was still on at that time. Wow. They heard what was happening. On the other end now, where my niece was, the guard pushed her, dragged her into the bush, pulled down his pants, and he started to tell her that if she don't stop screaming, he was going to kill her. After which she did not stop. After that, he proceeded to punch her in her face several times. And she still, have that bruise and stuff like that. And after that point, a lady heard, and she went there to assist her, and that's at the point when he decided to run off and pull up his pants.
Her relative notes that the mental scars linger following the assault. She's been receiving counseling and sympathies from the security firm, among others.
I contacted victim services, and we did the first session this morning with them, and we'll have another session slated for 2 weeks' time. So that's going to happen. Also, the school, her principal and vice principal visited my home yesterday, and they did make us know. They came on Monday on the spot. They were actually on the scene where it happened. So they heard about it and immediately came over on the campus. And they were there. They came back yesterday, and they spoke to us, and they've been constantly checking in. So they also said that they're arranging for counseling sessions as well.
She says despite a claim in the papers that the UWI is offering counseling to the family, they've received no calls or support from them in that regard. She's challenging the university to do more to ensure an incident such as this one is never repeated. King Alarm responded, noting their guards undergo a rigorous screening process before hire, and that the individual in question has since been removed from duties on the campus. Nika Lewis, CVM News.